So now we only have 3 conferences that haven't officially announced their women's basketball tournament brackets. The fourth last one is the SWAC conference. The SWAC officially announced their conference tournament brackets. And they used to have where the top 8 seeds made it to the conference tournament, and the bottom 4 did not make it. However, now this year they're doing a little differently. This year they're playing it in College Park, Georgia, which is the home of the College Park Skyhawks, the G League affiliate of the Atlanta Hawks. And it is a 5,000 seat arena. Not a super big arena, but works perfectly for the SWAC tournament. Yeah. As it's kind of like a small college arena. Kind of, but it has a neutral feeling to it. And they're playing in Georgia too. Because it was a neutral state tournament. They're playing in a state without a SWAC team. Like some do, like the Sun Belt, they play in Florida. Because it's a pure neutral state. Nobody, there's no SWAC team, or no Sun Belt teams in Florida. Just like there's no SWAC teams in Georgia. So we have Prairie View taking on Bethune-Cookman, the top 10 teams make the SWAC tournament this year, where we have 2 first-round games, playing games, the 10 plays the 7, and the 9 and 8 matchup meet later, and then the men, what they do is the SWAC tournament, they do kind of like the men and women do it uniquely, where the women, they usually have like this like 2 women's games and 2 men's games. They do the 2 women's games first, then they do the 2 men's games in the evening, and then the women's games are in the afternoon session. However, what the SWAC does it, where the SWAC does it to where the women play first, then the men play a game, and then in the evening session, the women play the first game, then the men play the second game. So it's kind of interesting, but they kind of do like the men's and women's doubleheaders at the schools. The women play first, then the men. And it'll be the 10-7 matchup on both the women's and men's side. Then it'll be the 9-8 matchup on the women's and the men's side. And on the women's side is Prairie View and Bethune-Cookman at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then at 5:30 p.m. Eastern is Mississippi Valley State and Florida A&M. The SWAC tournament was on ESPN+. I'm assuming it'll be on ESPN+ this year. Unless it's on like the SWAC Digital Network. Which SWAC Digital Network couldn't be used for the conference tournaments. And then Texas Southern is the second seed. Texas Southern is the second seed. They will play the winner of the 10-7 matchup, Prairie View A&M or Bethune-Cookman. And then the winner of the 5:30 p.m. Eastern game on the Tuesday between Mississippi Valley State and Florida A&M. Between the Mississippi Valley State Devils and the Florida A&M Rattlers. They will play. They'll play Texas Southern. Which is the first matchup. But the Mississippi Valley State, the Devils and the Florida A&M Rattlers, they will play Southern in the SWAC tournament quarter. They'll play the Southern Jaguars. Then we have the SWAC tournament quarterfinal, and it's the 3 seed Alabama A&M taking on the 6 seed Alcorn State. And then That's 11 a.m. Eastern game. And then the 5:30 Eastern game is Grambling and Jackson State. Grambling is the 5, Jackson State is the 4. And then the teams that got a bye, or not bye necessarily, but resting, top 2 seeds play a team who played on Tuesday. Will play Tuesday, the 11th. They had the 7, 10, and 8, 9 matchups. Or the top 2 seeds are going to be playing a team that had to play a first round game. The 7 through 10 teams, and then they had an extra day to rest. And then if you beat a top 2, if you upset a team that was in the top 2, either second place team or the first place team in the conference tournament, you will earn a rest day. Or if you are the top 2 seed and you happen to win, then you'll get a rest day. So it really favors the top 2 seeds, or someone who can win their first game and upset their way to the semis. To get a rest day only instead of playing, 2 instead of playing 3 in 3 days, it's 3 and 4, or it's 1, and then it's a day off. Then it's the semifinals and finals back-to-back days. Where we had the first SWAC tournament semi at 11 a.m. Eastern, and the second SWAC semifinal is going to be at 5:30 Eastern and on Friday, and then the SWAC final will be at 5:30 Eastern, and that will be on ESPNU. That will be the SWAC final. Or so it says it is, the SWAC final. Let's see if it is actually true. No. So they have changed it. The Ivy League was going to be on ESPN News. It's at 5 Eastern. No, it's moved to 5:30 Eastern. And yeah, the MEAC Championship, MEAC Women's Basketball Championship, is going to be on at 4 Eastern. And then this one. But we will have the SWAC Championship game for the women will be at 5:30 Eastern on ESPN Plus. That will be live on ESPN Plus at 5:30 Eastern. And then, so it was such a will be an ESPN. It will be on tape delay on ESPNU at 11:30 p.m. Eastern after the SWAC men's final. It'll be on tape delay. The SWAC women's final. Well, the SWAC men's final is live. All men's finals, at least even if they don't show any other games, like this, like the quarterfinals, semis, they will show them on ESPN Plus. But all the men's finals, at least the finals of each conference for the men will be on regular TV. And even a lot of these mid-major conferences, like on ESPN or CBS Sports Network or something like that, they show either both semifinals live, or they show one semifinal live, on ESPN 2 or ESPNU or something like that. Maybe one on ESPN 2, one ESPNU, or they show just one like one semifinal, because maybe they're showing like different like like they're trying to get as many conferences as they can sometimes, so. But yes, that is what they're doing. But we'll be live. It'll be on ESPNU at 11:30 p.m. Eastern after the SWAC men's final. Right after the SWAC men's final, the rear of the women's final will be on. However, it would just be, but it'll be on ESPN Plus live at 5:30 Eastern, and then the SWAC, and then the Ivy League women's final that was supposed to be on at 5 Eastern on ESPN News Live. That has been moved to 5:30 Eastern on ESPN EU. And what it takes in its place is the MIAC women's final is on at 4 Eastern. That's why the Ivy League tournament has been moved to ESPNU. And then the SWAC tournament was moved off of ESPNU and on ESPN Plus. But I mean, they couldn't really show the SWAC final because and then ESPN2 were showing men's, and then ESPNU is showing women's final, and then so was ESPN, and then ESPNU was showing the women's SWAC final at the same time, and then Ivy afterwards. So, and the rest of them, but I guess, technically they could show SWAC at like 6 Eastern if they wanted to. So SWAC women's final on ESPN News at 6 Eastern, but after the MIAC women's final, I guess they didn't want to do that. And even if they didn't, they could show the Big West Championship final, which isn't even televised, so it might be on ESPN Plus exclusively, which it's not even on ESPN News. If they want to show the Big West final on, sure. And then put the SWAC final on ESPN Plus live. Or on ESPN News, sure. But come on, they're not even showing the Big West final live in place of the SWAC. It's like, so it's kind of like, huh?